Hey guys, and welcome to the United Point. My name is Nathan, and this video is just going to be just a barrage of thoughts, thoughts and facts, and yeah, just my thoughts regarding the club right now. Because obviously we are in a mess to say the least. Where do I even start? Where do I even start? For you lot that have or that are active on social media, especially Twitter. Twitter's been popping off the last couple of days due to everything that's going on. We're getting multiple leaks upon leaks coming from United, regarding Ollie, regarding the coaching, regarding Alex Ferguson, regarding the players. It's just a mess, and I felt like I just had to make a video, just regarding that, where I sit with all of this. So I'm gonna start with my views on Ollie. As you lot know, as you lot should know, I am I stand strongly behind the fact that I'm an Ollie outer. I've been an Ollie outer since last season. It's not something to say whether I'm proud of or not. It is what it is. I want the best for Manchester United. I want the best for my club, and Ollie being in my club isn't. Ollie being our coach isn't the best thing for my club, so I want him gone. It's nothing against Ollie. I like him as a person. He seems like a very nice man. Everyone says that he's a very nice man, but there's one thing. If there's one thing about him that I don't like, is the fact that he's a bad coach, and he's coaching my club, and I don't want that. I want my club to be managed by the best manager possible. So yeah, that's a very quick summary on how I feel about Ollie. I'm Ollie out, as I said. Nice man, nothing personal. Got nothing against him as an individual. Where he's one of our legends. But when it comes to managing, this ain't it. It's not. You're not that guy. This ain't for you. Maybe at a lower level, you can do your thing when it comes to managing. But right now, at Manchester United, at the biggest club in the world, this isn't for you, mate. And it's getting to the point where apparently the club are giving him 3 games to prove that he's the man. That's one of the leaks, but then there's counteractive. There's leaks going against that say we're only giving him 3 matches because the board are trying to develop a plan on who to get and how to get them and whatnot, and because apparently they haven't got that yet because we're fully behind Ollie. So that's just an example showing about how useless and how pathetic our board is. But yeah, let me stick to Ollie. Regarding this 3 games thing, I feel like it's disrespectful to our club. A manager that's won. I've got it here. We've won what 1 game in our last 5 in the Premier League, and even then, I think that game, who was it against? Was it Everton? Can't remember. But we were lucky to win. And then all our games it's to summarize, football's just not good enough. I've got here that we are currently on our longest run, without a clean sheet at Old Trafford, because our last clean sheet at Old Trafford was in the Europa League quarter-finals last season. I'm saying that 9 games into this season, 9 Premier League games. Bear in mind, we've had Champions League matches and whatnot. That's just outrageous. That's disgusting. And then losing 5-0 after 3 must-win games, you lose 2 of them. You win 1 luckily, and you lose 2 of them. Yeah, you gotta go. In my opinion, you gotta go. Even if this was whoever, you name it, whoever, you gotta go. The fact that it's Ollie as well. I mean, look at his resume. You got Paul Merson coming out and saying he's the luckiest manager, and he doesn't understand what's going on at our club because we're quote unquote, when it's what we're seeing right now is quote unquote not acceptable. he legit quoted he doesn't know what's going on in the club, and it's true. You've got a man with this CV given this many chances, and he's getting another one after that. That Liverpool match was one of the worst performances I've ever seen in my club. Show us. It's, if not the worst. Simply because, I mean, look at our team. Yes, Liverpool are form as and cracking form. They're one of the best clubs in the world. Yeah, 100%. But look at our team as well. You know, you've got Carragher saying, oh, look at Liverpool, look at City, look at Chelsea, managed by some of the best managers in the game. And then look at United. No offense, but you're managed by Oli. You need a manager on that level. Not here, wherever or you may want to put Oli. You need a manager up here in the higher class of managers to manage United in order to get where you want to get. And I 100% agree with Carragher. And you know what? It's upsetting. It's so upsetting when it comes to our legends that are projecting their views and voices on United, because a lot of them are just chatting pure shit. To put it lightly, you know, Neville coming out and continuously backing Oli. Obviously, after the Liverpool game, was a bit more. He was saying it's time, it's time. But even then, it's not. Bro, it's been time. A lot of these men are backing Oli to the max. Like, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And then they're getting on to United fans, me, you guys, everyone else who share their views on United, whether that's tweeting, whether that's recording videos, whether that's just whatever. As soon as you say something negative about United, about the players, or about Oli being out, you're now scum. You're now. What did Thingy, the other Neville say? Phil Neville talking about you scum and whatnot for wanting a manager to be sacked and whatnot. You can. Are you having a laugh, man? If a manager's not good enough, what, you want me to just continue? Yeah, you know what? It's alright. It's alright. Fuck off. If you're not good enough for the job, you gotta leave. Otherwise, what? Am I just supposed to sit back and allow my club to become a mediocre mid-table club? Because I'm supposed to stay positive all the time. I'm positive, but I'm realistic and I'm honest. So I'm gonna give my realistic and honest opinion on everything I see regarding the club. I'm a fan. I have that right to give that opinion. I don't need to please anyone with my views. I don't need to please anyone with my opinions. I'm gonna say what I want to say, and I'm gonna say how I want to say it, when I want to say it too. And if my club is performing shit from top to bottom, board to coaches to some of the players, I'ma say it. It's as simple as that. It's my right. What, I'm supposed to just sit back here in silence? No, that's stupid. That is dictatorship. That is no. As a fan, I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. When the team plays well, and the players are amazing, and the manager's amazing, and the board is incredible, best believe it. I'm gonna be glorifying United with all of my chest. I'm gonna be screaming it. I'm gonna be screaming how proud I am, how happy I am. But you're gonna get that same energy when we're like how we are right now. The energy don't change. If you lot are shit, keep the same energy. If you lot are good, I keep the same energy. Simple as that. So don't go around acting like, oh, because I'm a legend of the club, I get to talk down, in essence, talk down to the fans. And like, who, like, cool, yeah, you play for the club. And are you a legend? You know, no disrespect, but not really. Yeah, but no. What? So that gives you the right. The fact that you play for the club now gives you the right to speak down on fans. Without the fans, first of all, football's nothing. Football is nothing. So, you know, that for me, that pissed me off when I read that. That's one of the most stupid things I've ever heard. But you know, it doesn't surprise me because you know it's surrounding United, and right now, as I said at the start of the video, we're a joke. We are an absolute joke. another thing regarding Ollie, I mean, I've slightly already touched on it. It's the fact that he's so untouchable. He's been forgiven so much simply because of his connection, his past connection to United. Whereas Mourinho and Van Gaal to an extent, these pundits that are still backing Ollie to this day, on their asses. Mourinho on them. I can't remember if Gary Neville was wanting that it's time for Mourinho to go and whatnot. Keep that same energy for Ollie. Keep it. I don't care if he's your friend. Yeah. Cool. You need to go to your friend. If he is your friend, I was talking to my friends. You know what? I was talking to my friends. I was saying to them, listen, if one of you lot was the manager of United right now, and I used to play with you and whatnot, and I'm your friend, and I'm a pundit now, and you're doing what Ollie's doing right now, I'm going to you behind closed doors, and I'm saying, listen, it is not good enough, and if you don't fix up, you're gonna have to leave, man. You're gonna have to leave. And I personally think you should leave. If he's your friend, you can be honest. You can be honest. So I will be honest with my friend. I'll tell him, listen, I don't think you're good enough for the job. I'm just being honest. If you are, prove it. But you know what I mean? So it's just ridiculous, man. It is ridiculous because I feel like if Mourinho, I was never really Mourinho out, to be honest. I'm a firm believer of back the manager over the players. So when Mourinho got sacked, yeah, the football wasn't good enough, but it was mainly because of the dressing room and the players not liking Mourinho and whatnot. I was to be honest, Mourinho in. I was like, get rid of the players. It was mainly Paul Pogba and whatnot. Now I was like, bro, if there is a manager, because when Mourinho came to United, he was regarded as one of the best managers in the world, if not the best. So I'm thinking, how you put in lackluster players, one of the most inconsistent players in the United top, how are you putting his feelings and his emotions over the manager? You know what I mean? But let me go back to my point. My point is, you see, I'm even getting lost. It's too much on my mind right now. What was my point? Let me just say this. If Mourinho got backed by the media and the board as much as Ollie did right now, I firmly believe with my whole chest, we would have won at least 2, maybe 3 pieces of silverware by now. Obviously, Mourinho isn't a stay for a long time manager, of course not. But when he is at your club, you're most likely going to win something. And yeah, he won the Europa League. And yeah, you know what? I feel like if he got backed, we could have won the Premier League. If he had the team that we have right now, we could win the Prem, and we could win the Champions League. I believe that. I believe with let's say for example Conte, if Conte was to come in at the start of the season with this squad, I believe we would at least be neck and neck with the Liverpools, with the Cities right now, with the Chelseas, 100%. So I just want fairness, to be honest. I want Ollie to be treated the same as our previous managers, because it's not fair. It is not fair. Why are we treating the worst out of our last managers the best? Why are we choosing to back the worst manager that we've had more than world-class managers? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And to be honest, it's simply because of his past connections to United, and the fact that, you know, Ollie's a bit of a puppet. You know, he's not a loudmouth. He's not a loudmouth person. He's not gonna say exactly how he feels. He's gonna keep smiling. He is going to basically, the Glazers have Ollie on a string, and Ollie's fine with that. Whatever the Glazers want Ollie to put out there when it comes to press conferences and whatnot, the agenda that Man United want to spread to the fans and whatnot, Ollie's happy to abide by that. Whereas I feel like Mourinho wasn't. Mourinho, when he wasn't getting backed, would make it known, I'm not really getting backed. That's another issue. You know what, let me even move on to this before I come back to Ollie and his on the pitch issues. I feel like, me personally, I feel like all the managers right now, I want Conte. I've been saying in a lot of my live streams and whatnot, I'm a young United fan. You know, I am a younger fan. That doesn't make my opinion lesser than someone who's been supporting the club for 60 years. You know, I love this club and whatnot, and I've invested a lot of my life into this club. You know, I have a lot of passion when it comes to this club, and in my live streams I've been saying, it's time to move on from this United DNA. It's time to move on. The football we played then, yes, we can keep certain aspects of it, but this whole, it's not the United way to play five at the back and whatnot. Listen, it's time to move on. We've been shoving this United way down the throats of so many managers, and I tell you, it's football from decades ago, blood. You know, the 4-4-2. Obviously, I'm not talking, it's not just about formation, it's about the attacking aspects, you know, front foot, always looking to be on the front foot, attack, wing play and whatnot. I understand that's the United way. But listen, that United way worked then. Here, right now, it's not working. So from now onwards to the future, let's get a new United way. Let's update. Right now, we're stuck on iOS 1. You get me? It's time to update. You got us. Like, hopefully you understand what I'm saying. So yeah, what I was saying with Conte, I firmly believe Conte is the man. First of all, I don't feel like United will employ him. First of all, because he's not a puppet. You know, he's not gonna allow the board to have him on strings. He's not gonna allow the board to, you know, censor what he has to say, censor his behaviour on the touchline. Ollie just sits there with Carrick and smiles and just talks. He's not on the touchline doing, you know, the pep, whatever, doing bare signals. He's not on the sideline like Conte screaming at his players and whatnot. He's chilling. And I don't know if that's just because of his personality or because he don't know what to do. But I feel like the board likes that, a calm, cool, collected manager. I personally don't like that. Yeah, be cool, calm, collected and whatnot. But at least be vocal. You can be cool, calm and collected but still be loud. You know what I mean? Ollie's silent. He has no impact when he's on the sideline. None at all. It's like he's not even there. Like the three musketeers behind him, then you got him, all of them just talking, none of them doing anything. It's useless. I want Conte, but as I was saying, I feel like he won't get signed simply because of he's a loudmouth. He's aggressive, you know, he's all up in your face. And, you know, when he wants players, if you look back at Conte's history, as soon as Conte doesn't get backed, he's gone. And what's our board known for? Not backing managers. So, you know, I feel like if he had a good board, Conte would deliver us at least a Premier League with this team, a Premier League title. I honestly believe he could win the Premier League for us, 100%. Maybe not Champions League, because, you know, we've seen that he's more of a league-ish player compared to a cup player. But I honestly believe he would win us a Premier League. If he was to come in this season, for the rest of this season, stay until next season. So he has a January transfer window, summer, and the whole of next season. I firmly believe we would win the Premier League next season. That's honestly. But yeah, I just don't feel like it's gonna happen. Going back to, which is sad, which is very sad. Honestly, I'm Conte in. I would prefer him to Zidane. I'll prefer him to the Eric Don at what's his name, Ajax. There's a couple other managers as well that I like, but I don't feel like they're ready. For example, Potter at Brighton, I do really like him, but I don't feel like he's ready to manage the names of Ronaldo, Pogba, Bruno. I don't feel like he's ready for that. If you were to sign him, we're starting another process where we got to believe, and it's a long time, you know, let him get used to a big club. Whereas Conte, he's done it all before. There's no transition. If there is, very minuscule, because he knows what he's doing. And he's managed some of them before as well, with Pogba and whatnot at Juventus. So, you know, it's not like he doesn't know how to manage these big name players. Another thing with Conte, which I really like, is, you know, yes, he has a five at the back style, you know, 3 centre backs and whatnot. But you know what? That's looking like the new modern way of football. You know, Liverpool's doing it to an extent. Man City's doing it to an extent. Chelsea's doing it. Brighton's doing it. And look at Brighton in the Premier League. You know, teams are doing that now. And it's looking like a very good way of playing. I mean, you've got numbers back when you're defending. You can overload when you're attacking with fullbacks and whatnot. I feel like the 5 at the back is the new way of football. And in like 5 years and whatnot, they will be the norm. But anyways, I was gonna move on back to Ollie. I was gonna come back to Ollie, and the personal, the. I just want to debunk some of the things that the pros that I hear when it comes to Ollie. What like one of the pros that I've been hearing is he's a good man manager. No, he's not. He's a worse man manager than Moyes, Van Gaal, and Mourinho. 100%. What youth has he brought through? What youth has he brought through? What? Because he plays one match with Alanga and what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name. The winger, the right winger. I forgot his name. But because he plays on what, one match, two matches at the end of the season in games that don't matter, that's bringing through the youth. Hell no, it's not. And then what now? He clogs up all the spaces that the youth could have come into to help them ease into first team football. He clogs it up with players that he doesn't even play at all. The man management at United is disgusting. And there's been leaks at the club as I speak, with players apparently arguing with Ollie and getting into proper full blown like altercations with the manager, asking for example, Tellers can't play over an injured Luke Shaw. Bailly can't play over an injured Harry Maguire. Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire, good players. Good players. One of them I think is definitely way better than the other. I'm not going to say names. If they're injured, you have a bench for a reason. They're there for a reason. Play your flipping bench. Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw in the last couple of weeks have been putting in rubbish performances. To be honest, shit performances. Is that anything against them? A little bit. But they're injured at the end of the day. The manager's still picking them. Ollie, mate, you've got Tellers. Tellers is one of your signings. You've got Bailly. Bailly's not your signing, but Bailly's not a shit centre-back. Fucking play them, man. You just gave Bailly a new contract. What's the point? What is the point? If I was Bailly, I'm playing for United, I'm seeing the shit show that I'm seeing in defence. We haven't had a clean sheet since last year, quarterfinals, Europa League, at home. We've got the worst defence in the Premier League, in my opinion. And statistics probably back that up. I mean, I used some of the stats in the other match, in the post-match review to the Liverpool match. But yeah, we've got the worst defence in the Premier League. I'm on the bench. You've just given me a new contract, promising me that I've got a future at United, like I'm gonna be played. And you're picking an injured player over me consistently, despite the fact that he's playing shit. I'm fuming. I'm sticking it on him. I'm going up to him respectfully. I'm gonna go to his office, knock on the door. Excuse me, but what the fuck is this? I've signed a contract where you've promised me this. That is happening, which should be an indication that this should be happening, and it's not. I want out. It's either you play me or I want out in January or summer. I want gone, because this is ridiculous. I'm sticking it on him, and to be honest, I do think it is Bailly in the change room. Van der Beek as well. Van der Beek having to ride the bench when McTominay and Fred are putting in shit show midfield performances. Some of the reasons that they're putting in shit show midfield performances is down to them. The other reasons is down to the coaching. Nevertheless, you've signed me. You've signed me from my team. First season I've come in, you didn't play me. I took it personally. I said, cool. No, I took it on the chin. I said, cool. I'm going to spend the summer to bulk up, get Premier League ready, because that was your excuse. I'm not Premier League ready. Now I'm strong. I can pass, but I can do everything better. I am Premier League ready. What's Ole Gunnar done? He hasn't played me. He hasn't played Van der Beek the whole season. He hasn't played him, 5 minutes in the Premier League, 9 games into the season, and we're 7th. And you don't have the smallest of whatever to play, to switch up the midfield when the midfield has been one of our weakest points in the team. Yeah, it's long. If I was Ollie, I'm sticking it on him. There's leaks saying that now, if I was Van der Beek, I'm sticking it on Ollie. There's leaks saying that Van der Beek wants to leave if Ollie is still manager by January. Same thing with Pogba. Now that was a leak about Pogba surrounding Pogba yesterday. Now today there's leaks saying that Pogba's gone. The club are just going to let him go. We're not going to get nothing for Pogba, which is ridiculous. In the world's view, one of the best midfielders in the world. You want to get something for Pogba leaving your club. now we're gonna get nothing. Just another aspect of how our board is shit and useless. On the back of that, you're gonna lose Van der Beek, who's probably, after Bruno and Pogba, your best midfielder. Gonna lose Van der Beek as well. He didn't even get a time to even try and fit into the squad. And then what? We've got Van der Beek part 2 with Sancho, 75 million. Can't even see the pitch. Can't even see the pitch against Liverpool. What's the point of signing a 75 million player and you can't even play him in your biggest game? You can't even play him. You can't start him and keep him on for 90 minutes. Every day substitution this, substitution that, and now you're just bringing him off the bench. What the fuck was the 75 million for then? If you sign a player for that much money, you're playing them. Look at Grealish from Man City. Straight away, starting lineup. He's starting for Pep week in and week out. Because Pep knew what he wanted, and he knew Grealish could provide what he wanted. So he, there's a plan for Grealish, and he basically knew how Grealish would fit into the team. Does Ollie know? Did Ollie know how Van der Beek would fit into this team? No, just signed him. I think it's the same thing with Sancho. Because to be honest with you, Sancho doesn't suit the way Man United play football under Ollie at all. Sancho plays good football. We play fucking academy football, fucking long ball, hoof, run, whatever, nonsense, spectacular, relying on individual class football. We don't play team football. We don't play cute football, nice to watch football. None of it. So it's just like, what was the point? You should just put that 75 million into, I don't know, who's another player Ollie wanted? Declan Rice. You just slap it on Declan. Just give us a CDM. You know what I mean? But it's just all a mess. It is all a mess. Where can I go from here, man? Where can I go from here? Where can the club go from here? I don't want this video to go on for too long. We're 27 minutes in. But it's just like, boy, Sir Alex Ferguson going into to Carrington to speak to the players. It's just like, fucking hell. This is another thing as well. I just want to touch on quickly. Sir Alex Ferguson is probably one of, if not the biggest name when it comes to United. He is a big reason as to why United is United. Well, like what it is today. I mean, the name at least. And he is a hero in so many of our hearts as United fans, but him openly backing the Glazers and then backing Ollie. Pain in my chest. That's what I thought when I read that. Like, that boxer the other day that was saying, I'm very feel. I'm very feel. Fergie, why are you doing this, man? If there's ever someone that could really start something again to get the Glazers out, because every United fan with a brain knows that the people that own our club are toxic to the club. They're not good. They're not good for us. They're not good at all. First of all, they're not good for us, and they're not good at their job as well. I mean, if their priority is making Man United the best club in the world, then they're the worst at their job. If their priority is making money, which is, what it clearly is, then yeah, they're pretty good at their job because they're getting fucking rich whilst we're getting fucking shit. But Fergie, it's one thing not to come out and say anything negative about the Glazers and be, behind the Glazers. And then there's another thing to back Ollie now. Come on, man. I don't know whether it's 100% true, because now there's reports of Fergie not even speaking to the players but going in to get a suit and whatnot. But I just feel like that's too coincidental. What? You're just going to go in and get a suit the first training session after that Liverpool loss, when the players are all fighting and need something to, get behind. Nah, I'm not gullible, man. Fergie defo went in to talk to them, man. 100%, or at least to Ollie. 100%. And I just think that's ridiculous. If I'm Ferguson, I'm going to Ollie like, mate, it's time. You're not the guy. You're not that guy. You made me watch the worst football I've ever seen this club play. You're not that guy. And I'm going to the Glazers as well, saying, boy, it's time to sack him. But instead, Fergie's coming out and backing the Glazers and backing Ollie, and it's just painful, man. It's painful. All these Man United legends are just paining me, man. all of them are coming out and just saying stuff that is hurting me, that is hurting the club, and it's getting ridiculous. It's like they're all under the Glazers' payroll. It's like the Glazers telling them, if you do this and you do that and you back this club and allow us to push the agenda and help us, we'll give you whatever you want. And it's looking like all the United ex-legends are allowing it. Like, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if David Beckham was to come out and start saying United need to get behind Oli and whatnot. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, I mean, Rio Ferdinand is low-key still backing Oli and whatnot. Telling us to be positive and just fuck off with all the positivity, man. How the fuck do you expect us to be positive when we're watching this shit week in and week out? So, you know what? Them asking us to be positive and to still back whatever regime is going on right now is disrespectful to us. I take it disrespectfully. Like, are you stupid? Are you skunked? How do you expect us to be positive when we're watching this? When the club, in my opinion, is at one of the lowest points it's ever been. I feel like right now when the worst, if not like joint worst position we've been in post Fergie, simply because of the board seems to be getting worse and worse every single year. We have the worst manager that we've ever had, in my opinion, at this club, with the worst coaching staff, with the worst back team, whatever you want to call them lot, the worst director for all of them. Everyone that has authority at this club that can make a difference, whether it's in hiring people or signing players or on how the players play, they're all shit. They're all rubbish. None of them are good enough. And it's just painful. It's so sad, man. It is so sad. And you know what? You just got to expect it. What am I meant to do for the next couple of weeks? You know, they're saying that Ollie's got 3 matches to go. Is he going to get sacked before? Is he going to get sacked after? Only God knows, man. Only God knows. The club is so shit. I don't know what's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if we were to get fucking Steve Bruce for the rest of the season. Or if we were to get Giggs. If we were to sack Ollie and then get Giggs for the rest of the season. Or just have Carrick step up to be interim manager for the rest of the season. We'll be finished. But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if you finish 10th. I'll just be fucking distraught. I wouldn't be surprised though. I wouldn't be surprised if we can finish anywhere from 14th to 4th. Does that not say anything about the club right now? We could finish anywhere between there. As of right now, I have no clue whether we're going to be closer to 14 or 4th. I have no idea. If Ollie says at the club, help us, God help us. If Ollie gets sacked and we don't sign a very, very good manager, world-class manager, God help us. God help us, man. But yeah, obviously, this was a little bit of a rant. But I hope you don't actually understand what I'm saying, and you know, just get in the comments and let me know what you think about everything I said. Get in the comments and let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I went on a little bit of a rant, just a little bit, just a tad, just a little bit of a rant. But I want to know what you guys think. You know, go in the comments and get everything off your chest. Let me know, man. Our next match, I just want to see what Ollie comes out and I just want to see what he does. I want to see whether there's a tactical change. I feel like it's a lose-lose situation, whatever Ollie does. If he comes out and he plays his favourites, I mean, have you not learned anything? Clearly these players can't do what you want. But then if he comes out and he switches up the team and he plays all the players that he hasn't been playing, it's just like, what? So now that your job's finished, now you want to switch up? He can't win, whatever Ollie does. And it's sad. It is very sad. And this is where the ball comes in. The board, you gotta do something. You're killing your manager. You're killing his legacy at this club. But they don't care. Sorry about that. They don't care. They don't care, man. They honestly don't care. But yeah, let me wrap up this video. You know, it's 35 minutes long. Flipping. It is all a bit mad. Make sure you get out of Twitter. We're quite active on Twitter at the United Point. Get out of Twitter. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna be making another video before the match and whatnot, because this club is a shambles. Who knows? By the time I post this video, Oli might be sacked. Who knows? By the time he posts this video, we might have so many, so much more, so much, whatever, so many more leaks within the club regarding important stuff. So, I'm gonna keep you guys up to date and whatnot. God help United, man. God help me. God help you. Every United fan watching this, I feel your pain. Apart from you, if you're a legend. If you're a legend and you're coming out here talking all this nonsense, back in the Glazers, back in Ollie, pushing this be supportive, be positive agenda, you lot can fuck off. Because you know what? Legend or not, I'ma treat you the same as another fan. I treat everyone the same. I don't care if you're a legend. I don't care if you've done the most or if you've done the least. I'ma treat Sylvester the same as Ronaldo. If they were to come out and say stupidity, I'm gonna say how I feel about it. You know what I mean? So all you legends pushing this agenda onto the fans, making us feel bad for us reacting honestly about what we're seeing and what we're feeling. You lot can fuck off, man. Honestly, you lot need to look at yourself in the mirror and look at yourself as a man, because there's some principles and there's some morals that you guys clearly lacking, blood. Clearly, but that's enough. I don't wanna come out here and promote violence and promote anger and whatnot. At the end of the day, it's just football. But morals and whatnot do come into it. And I'm going to leave it on that note. Make sure to get our Twitter, as I said, at the United Point and whatnot. Make sure to, DM us, get in the comment, tell us what you think. And yeah, like, subscribe, share as well. My name's Naffe. And until next time, peace.